What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Come On, Son. I have got some good friends joining me on the show, Dr. Sorrell Pickering and Mr. Bryce Town joining. They will introduce themselves in just a moment. We got a lot of fun going forward with us on this episode. It's going to be very interesting. I'm very excited to see what happens, but you'll get to know exactly what we're doing in just a second. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And we're back. All right, let's do this thing. Let's kick this show off right. As I said at the outset of the show, I have some fantastic guests joining me. My good friends, Dr. Sorrell Pickering and Bryce Town. So, gentlemen, why don't you introduce yourselves to the audience, whomever would like to begin?
I'll go first, I guess. Sure. Bryce Town. I'm a high school history teacher at Shikellamy and wrestling coach. Played football in high school. So, excited to be here. It should be fun.
And I am Sorrell Pickering, Dr. Sorrell Pickering.
Gotta throw that doctor in there, you know.
School psychologist in the Washington, D.C. area. Former college football player and long-suffering Jets fan.
Oh man, that's just the most tragic thing. Bryce, are you a Steelers fan?
I'm a Steelers fan. I'm Western PA boy.
This guy, I mean, me too. I'm from Western PA, but I even saw the light. I saw the light.
You grew up in Eastern PA.
I
grew up in Western PA.
I grew up in Central Pennsylvania for sure, and that's okay. Sorrell, where are you from originally?
I'm New York City.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm the Jets fan of the family. My younger brother is the Giants fan. Yeah, I think all things considered, he has had the better record, at least as far as Super Bowls.
That is very true. All right, so on today's episode of Come On, Son, I'm very excited to introduce a new game, and that game is called Name That. And this episode of Name That is going to be a little interesting, and we're going to see how this goes. So today's episode is entitled Name That NFL Team. And so let me get us started like this. All right. So here's what's going to happen. This game will operate kind of like Family Feud does in a way. And so Bryce and Sorrell are going to go head to head to try and guess the NFL team that is represented by the information on the screen. Then contestants will choose to keep control of the board or pass to their opponent, who will then try and name the players who played on that specific team. The one who names the most players and the most teams will win. Okay, so much like Family Feud does, you've got 3 strikes. Well, if you want to keep the board and you think you can name as many as maybe even the whole starting lineup, that would be kind of impressive. If you can do that, you probably deserve a little more than we do. But in order to get the final control of the board or the final amount of points, you have to get the correct answer or one more answer correct, much like Family Feud does. I'm probably explaining that poorly, but we'll figure it out. It's going to be great. So we are going to, sorry, I'm in the wrong layout. I'm going to do it like this. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to get things started just like this, okay? The first question is going to pop up on the board, and whomever knows or thinks they know what team is represented on the screen will just shout out the answer first. And hopefully my ears will do good enough to be able to know which one of you said what first. All right, gentlemen, are we ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Question number 1, or team number 1. The year is 2009, and it is an AFC team. And here is the offense of that team. Can you figure out what team is represented? The quarterback was I don't even remember what quarterback this
It
is.
looks like Maryland.
That is actually
It's
not Maryland.
It's not Maryland. Yeah.
It's Miami of Ohio.
Oh,
And
Well,
then
it's the Steelers.
it is, in fact,
Yeah,
the
it's the Steelers.
Steelers, Bryce Town. Congratulations. The 2009 AFC team represented here would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now,
Yeah.
Bryce, your job would be to either keep control of the board and try and name as many players as you can from this 2009 team, or pass to Sorrell, who will then take his stab at naming these players. If you choose to play, as soon as you get 3 wrong, or you just feel like you can't get any more, the board will then be controlled by Sorrell. And if he's able to name one player that you have not named, he will win the points for that round. And vice versa, should you choose to pass, he gets as many times as he can to not miss 3, and then you'd have to guess the 1 remaining in order to keep control of the board. So, would you like to pass or play?
I'll go for a play. Why not give it a shot?
All right, so Bryce got the team, so he's up to 1. And then you will get a point for each player named correctly. All of these points, however, can go to Sorrell if he's able to name one more player than you. So we are good to go whenever you're ready. Bryce, take it.
Quarterback, we got Ben Roethlisberger.
Correct.
Running back, we got Rashard Mendenhall.
That is also correct.
Tight end, Heath Miller.
Correct.
Starting receiver for the Georgia would be Hines Ward.
Mm-hmm.
The wide receiver, it's going to be the question mark, but I'm pretty sure it's Antonio Holmes.
That is also correct.
Now it's the tackles that I'm going to get. The lines where I'm going to get.
I have a feeling the offensive line is going to get most people.
Yep. So 2008, 2009, left tackle would have been Max Starks.
That is correct.
Faneca went to the Jets in 2009 after 2008 Super Bowl, so that's where we're starting to get that question mark at. Center. That was the year Pouncey was hurt. That's where it's going to get. Yep. I'm going to pass on that.
You think you're out now?
Yep. I'm out after left tackle.
Any final guesses at all?
No.
Okay. In that case, the 7 points, Sorrell, are on the board and available to you if you are able to name any one of the starting offensive linemen outside of the left tackle.
I'm fully expecting to get demolished in this game because I took too many shots to the head as a player.
Mine is wrestling, not football.
Pouncey was going to be my saving grace, and that's the only one I got from the Steelers. So I'm going to guess Pouncey at center.
Pouncey is not at center. The correct answer there would be Justin Hartwig was the starting center that year. So also missing from that line, we have Chris Kemoeatu. There you go.
Left guard.
At right guard, Trey Essex. And at right tackle, Willie Colon.
I would guess Essex at right tackle, so.
All right. We are going to keep things going. Congratulations, Bryce. You got 7 points there. Those 7 points are staying on the board for you. And let's see how we do on question number 2. Sorry, I'm moving a ton of stuff. Every question, by the way, is going to be set up like this. So just be prepared.
College is okay.
All right. Question number 2. The year's 2017 and the conference is NFC. Can you name this team?
I'm trying to think of a quarterback from Boston College.
That's where I'm starting at every time. It's the Vikings.
It is not the Vikings.
I went running back next.
The wide receiver from The wide receiver might be the most helpful here.
Wide receiver from Rutgers and
Damn.
Alabama.
This is a tough one. However, this is a significant team in 2017. Most of the teams today will have been playoff teams. Most of them.
Golly. I'm trying to work backwards and try to think of who won the Super Bowl that year.
It's the Eagles.
It is not the Eagles.
No?
Let's see. Not the
I don't know
Falcons.
who went.
This music is driving me nuts. We're switching to this one. I just
What
don't like
quarterback
that.
came out of Boston College?
There's not many, I'll tell you that.
No. The only one I can think of is going back into the 80s was Flutie.
The quarterback is from Pennsylvania. Went to college in Boston, obviously. He was the 3rd overall pick in 2008.
2008.
He is no longer with this team. Had a terrible season last season and was benched several times. Never won a Super Bowl, this team. Although many would argue they should have won this year.
This one, I'm just ready to start naming off. Like,
All the teams in the NFC.
yeah, we'll get there eventually. I was thinking Dalvin Cook. That's why I went Vikings.
You got to think of the most tragic Super Bowl collapse in NFL history.
Oh, okay. It's the Falcons.
It is
Falcons.
the Falcons. That is correct. Bryce, in that case,
I'm-
you have control.
You say tragic collapse, it's always going to be a Falcons.
It
Yep.
is always good.
As
It's
soon
either
as
the
he said,
It's either the Jets or the Falcons, but in this case, it's the Falcons.
yeah, I'm going to pass on that one.
All right. Sorrell.
Matt Ryan's the quarterback.
Matt Ryan is the quarterback.
Green is one of the wide receivers.
Green? That is incorrect.
Huh.
Better than him. Come on, see, you got this.
Like I said, too many hits in the head. Who's their receiver?
Just make sure I didn't mess something up here. I didn't. Oh, no. Nope, that's right.
Crap, not AJ Green, huh?
Not AJ Green.
I've got nothing.
Any guesses for any other position? AJ Green actually never played for the Falcons.
Nope.
And went to Georgia, the other SEC school.
That's what I'm thinking of. Dang.
2 strikes left, see?
No, I'm gonna give it over to Bryce.
All right. Passing over to Bryce. Bryce
Yeah.
for
The other
1
wide
point.
receiver was Julio Jones.
That would be
Rodney,
Julio
your wide
Jones.
receiver. You got, it was a color name is Rodney White. I'm pretty sure it was
Rodney
Rutgers, right?
However, in this case, Mohamed Sanu is the one where we're looking for.
Okay.
Mhm.
White was on that team though too, wasn't he?
He probably was in a diminished role at that time.
Yeah, he's been on that team forever.
I feel
And
like
then the only other player that is maybe guessable, and it's just because he's been around for a while, is at center from Cal, Alex Mack. But all of the other names are pretty Forgettable.
I can't remember.
Freeman, Devontae Freeman, the running back from Florida State, would have been the running back there. But all right, we're on to the next one.
If I looked
Bryce.
at my fantasy team at that time, I probably would have gotten Freeman because he was a good flex off the bench.
Yes, he was always sure to get you 10 to 12 when you really needed it. All right, Bryce is in the lead, 9-0. It's not insurmountable because these points are available whenever. We're gonna keep it going. Question number 3. Here we go. What team is represented? The year is 2021, and the conference is again NFC.
That's the Packers.
This is not the Packers.
It has to be. Cowboys.
Former number 1 overall pick at quarterback.
Oh, 2021.
The quarterback was the number 1 overall pick in 2016 and is not represented by the team that we're referring to right now. The hardest part. Go ahead.
I want to say it's the Redskins.
It is not.
Oh.
The hardest part about this is the complete and utter mediocrity that you see from these colleges that are on the screen.
Is that Holy Cross, the wide receiver?
It is a wide receiver from Holy Cross. That is correct.
University of Chicago, I'm guessing, is the tight end.
That's UC Irvine, I think, is the tight end.
Wow. BYU.
I'm very much resisting the urge to cheat on my second screen over here.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm like leaving my phone sitting on.
I'll give you the division. Maybe that will help. That'll narrow down to 4 choices. The division is the NFC North.
NFC North.
So it's going to be the Lions because that's where Stafford comes in, or not Stafford, but Goff. So it's the Lions.
That would be correct. It is Jared Goff. 1 point on the board for getting the team. So you have got the Lions, and you've also got the quarterback, Jared Goff. Bryce, you passing or playing?
I'm going to receiver. I'm trying to think real quick. I know who one receiver is, but I can't get the rest. So I'll play.
In what world are we expected to know the Lions?
Yeah,
I mean, you know, it's yeah.
The one receiver is going to be St. Brown.
That is correct.
The running back is Javonte Williams.
Jamal Williams, but we'll give it to you.
Jamal, yeah. Okay. Oh, the other receiver now. Yeah, it's winning the. It's like Hawkinson at tight end. Sure. I want to say Chark.
Nope.
No, he's still a Jaguar at that time.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to pass it there and see if you remember any of the other ones.
All right.
You could put a picture of their faces up there with them holding their driver's license, and I wouldn't be able to guess the Detroit Lions starting lineup.
I got those are only 3 I could think of.
Now, you could definitely, if you really tried, you could steal here. You've got one player on this team that is guessable, and that would be the right tackle. This was a high draft pick for the Lions.
And he was a good player. I'm never going to remember his name.
From Oregon. He's turned into a pretty decent player.
He played left tackle at Oregon for a good bit.
He was the 7th overall pick of this year, 2021.
7th overall of 2021.
Everyone thought he was going to the Panthers, and then the Panthers chose someone else. And it all led to Devontae Smith getting drafted by the Eagles, the best day in history. Everything shook out just the way it was supposed to go. Any guesses there, C, for any of the positions available?
I've got no shot at this.
All right. The right tackle was Penei Sewell, who went 7th overall to the Lions. The other wide receiver in this category would be Khalif Raymond, who I couldn't even, like Sorrell said, you show me the license and I don't even recognize him.
He was a tight end.
So this tight end that's named is Darren Fells, although Hawkinson is also here, but Hawkinson did not go to UC Irvine. He went to Iowa. So
that's why I wasn't going to guess Hawkinson.
Yeah, for sure. All
that
right.
year they had 2 good tight ends.
They did. And I probably should have put Hawkinson in there. I didn't realize that there were 2 tight ends listed in the thing that I pulled this from. And then one has I tried to go with who started the most, and I just didn't pay attention, I guess, to that one. So, all right. The score is 13-0, but Sorrell, I'm believing in you. I think you still got this.
You have more faith in me than I do.
All right. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what the new team. The year is 2003, and the conference is the AFC.
Chargers.
That is the San Diego Chargers. Correct. Bryce, you passing or playing?
I'm going to play the ones I know.
All right.
So you got Drew Brees at quarterback. You got LaDainian Tomlinson at running back. You got Antonio Gates at tight end. And after that, I'm out. Where I'm not going to remember a single receiver or lineman.
All right. There are 4 points available on the board.
Let's see, 2003 Chargers. He played for the Packers. I'm getting my Antonios mixed up. I was going to say Antonio Freeman, but no, he's on the Packers.
I don't even have anything to help you on this one.
I know his initials. It's KM.
That is close. Are you referring to the wide receiver?
Wide receiver, yeah.
His first name does start with a K, but his last name does not start with an M.
I'm going to be so mad at myself when he says this.
I'm never going to remember it.
Oh, man, I'm going to be upset at myself. Oh. No, it's one of those things where, like, if you gave me, like, just not talk to me for like an hour, it would come to me like while I'm in the shower or something.
The last name starts with an O. What is that? Who?
I was the ones I was thinking was Keenan McCardell, but no, I don't got it.
So the answer I think you might have been maybe looking for Kasim Osgood at wide receiver. Does that ring a bell at all?
That rings a bell. That's not who I was thinking of.
Okay. All right. Well, the points stay with Bryce, and we're moving on to the next team. Other players from this team: Eric Parker at wide receiver, and then a bunch of people that
online
I couldn't name on the line. But you know, I'm not many people follow the linemen, so I'll be impressed to see if anybody ever gets those ones there.
I got one. That's
a good one, and it's on your team, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a Steelers team. That's why.
Yeah. I don't think we have the Jets in here anywhere. Sorry, Sorrell. My apologies.
No, that's if you give me the the Brickenshaw Ferguson years, I might be able to do something.
All right, here we go. The next team represented. Take it away. 2012
that's
is the year.
Ravens.
It is the Ravens, 2012 AFC.
We got Joe Flacco at quarterback. Wide receiver from Maryland. I should know this because I was working at Maryland at the time. Big guy.
There's a lot of noble people on this team.
Joe Flacco at quarterback.
Mm-hmm. I think the quarterback and the team are all that you've named so far.
No, this is the time where I was had planed out and back in New York for the fall. So
I gotcha.
I'm gonna give it back over to Bryce.
All right, Bryce, 2 points on the board available to you. Can you name a player on this team?
I'm going to go with the tight end. We're going to go with Todd Heap.
That is not Todd Heath. The tight end would be Ed Dixon.
Was the receiver Anquan Bolden?
Anquan Bolden would be the receiver from Florida State.
Yep.
And the Maryland receiver would have been Torrey Smith.
Torrey.
And nobody got the Rutgers running back. Ray Rice, the Rutgers running back.
Because
we forgot about. I was like thinking Jamar Charles.
Right.
I'm like, that's way.
Nope. Yeah. And then, of course, the left tackle that everyone should know from Ole Miss. There was a movie made after this man's life, Michael Orr from Ole Miss, the left tackle. And, Marshall Yanda was a Pro Bowl right guard, but again, offensive lineman, man, it is what it is. All right, Sorrell, you got 2 points on that one. You're on the board.
I'm on the board. My goal is just to not get shut out. I really should have gotten Torrey Smith though.
I mean, hey,
I would have never got Torrey. I thought Anquan, but I'm like, I think Heap's gonna be right on that one. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of pride down here in Maryland about Torrey Smith. People loved him. He was a really explosive, really speedy receiver. He was
fast.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we ready for the next one?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. The year is 2015, and the conference is AFC. What team is represented?
Patriots.
It is the Patriots. That is correct. Are you passing or playing, Bryce?
Oh, I'm passing.
Oh, okay. The team is the Patriots. We're in 2015.
The golden child is at quarterback.
That is correct. True.
Hit running back. 2015. Only one I can think of is LaShawn McCoy, but I don't think he was there. At Gronk at tight end.
Gronk at tight end is correct.
Their wide receivers were probably just some people that pulled off the sidewalk and hey, come play with Tom Brady. I remember when they were winning with like Kevin Falk at running back, and
even if you don't know for sure, you get 3 guesses that may or may not be correct. So feel free to take a stab at any one of these positions so far. So you've got Golden Child at quarterback, and you've got Gronk at tight end. I think you should definitely get the wide receiver from Kent State.
At least one of them.
At least one of them. Didn't play wide receiver at Kent State.
Nope.
He was actually a quarterback. Fun fact.
I've hated the Patriots for so long that
Oh, that's your division too. You've seen plenty of this name right
But
here.
look, these are the trauma years for the Jets. These are.
I actually think isn't he coaching with the Patriots now? Didn't I just see something like that?
I never saw that. I saw him put a statement out not too long ago about stuff with Patriots. So
No, go ahead, Bryce.
Kent State's Julian Edelman.
That is correct.
Pretty sure Michigan State's going to be Danny Amendola.
That's actually Keyshawn Martin.
Oh. I would never got that. The Pitt running back would have been White, wasn't it?
Deion Lewis is that Pitt running back there.
No.
So let's see. Sorrell, 2 points go to Bryce, who also got the team correct. So we got that, and then we are on to the next one. All right, we've got a couple more. We can go as long as you want. I've got like 9 more, so we can go as long as you want. However long you want. We'll see if,
expect the Patriots Falcons come back just as long as.
That's right. All right, here we go. The next team. Oh, this is a good one. Well, it's an interesting one. The year is 2013, and the conference is NFC.
Eagles?
This is the Eagles. That is correct.
I will pass this.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take center with Kelsey.
That is correct.
Running back, Shady McCoy.
That is correct.
2013. Yep. Quarterback would have been Michael Vick at that point. It would have been. I'm going to throw out Foles. Nick Foles would have been
That
the
is
quarterback.
also correct.
And
this was his first stint post Rams with the Eagles.
And that's where I'm probably going to have to pass it back over because I'm not going to be able to even throw a single name out there for receivers.
All right. Well, 3 points are on the board. The receivers are maybe not where you want to go. The tight end is nameable. The right tackle is very nameable. Wide receivers get a little foggy. Although to Eagles fans, we'd be able to get these. Our entire offensive line this year, we would be able to get probably wide receivers, maybe. We try to forget the Florida wide receiver, but we try to forget he exists. You know, racism and all. We're not a big fan of that guy. But
this is the year y'all had that madman at coach, right?
Yeah, this was Chip Kelly's first year.
Yeah, he played coached at Oregon and ran Shady McCoy out of town.
Yep. But also loved this wide receiver from Florida.
Oh, I was gonna say something really offensive. The white guy, right?
Yeah, it's that guy.
With the mustache. No, that's not Minshew.
Yeah, that's Minshew. Long blonde hair. Actually, he might be.
The bad thing is, like, I know news stories around this guy, but I can't remember his name.
Can't remember
something about him being at a concert and saying some unseemly things. And
that's that guy. The tight end. If you can't get the wide receiver, the tight end.
Oh,
as an Eagles fan, the tight end is important. That one's a big one.
Yeah, that one's kicking me now. I remember it now.
our left tackle, right tackle, and tight end on this team. And if you know the Eagles, the wide receiver from Michigan is very nameable also. We haven't been graced with too many great wide receivers in our time as a franchise, but this one was pretty decent for the franchise. I think he might own a couple records, or one or two receiving records. Any guesses? See, I think there are 3 points available to you for the steal.
I'm stuck on trying to figure out this receiver. I'm not going to get it.
Come on, that Oklahoma right tackle is screaming at you. Best right tackle in all of football. He's still the best right tackle in all of football and is still holding down the Eagles' offensive line to this day.
Problem is my time going to college in Pennsylvania as I stopped following the Eagles after the James Thrash.
I get it.
I'm not going to get it.
All right.
Who's the receiver?
He's a tight end, Ertz.
The tight end is actually not Ertz. It's Brent Selleck, his predecessor.
Oh, I forgot all about
Jason Avant is the wide receiver from Michigan. Riley Cooper would be that guy from Florida. Cooper. Yeah. Then we've got the Razorback over there, Jason Peters, longtime left tackle for the Eagles. At right tackle, and still our right tackle, who hasn't allowed a sack in 3 seasons, Lane Johnson from Oklahoma. And then Evan Mathis, the left guard from Alabama. And then Todd Harrimans would be the right guard from whatever school that is. Some school I've never heard of before. So that would be 3 points to Bryce. The score is 23-3. Next team. Here we go. The year is 2010, and the conference is AFC. This is a tough one. This is probably the hardest one of the day. A quarterback from East Carolina University is just unheard of.
There's no way.
There's no way whatever team.
Matt quarterbacks were running the league.
I wouldn't blame anyone for not getting this one. Now, the running back from UCLA is the standout of this team. The division is the AFC South.
Jaguars.
It is the Jaguars, the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right. Pass or play, C?
I will, because I know who the running back is. I'll play it, try to steal a single point. Maurice Jones-Drew at running back.
Maurice Jones-Drew is the running back. That is correct.
Who is their quarterback? I've noticed we just stopped looking at the offensive line for hints on players.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I thought about just taking it out completely, but I was like, someone might want it. Someone might know.
Yeah,
and it looks aesthetically, it looks pleasing to have the whole offense on the screen.
Yeah, this is funny because one of my kind of weird things that I was going to try to do is try to remember going as far back in history as many starting offensive lineups as I can. Just, one of those things that I could pull up as like a party trick or something like that.
Right.
Obviously, that project hasn't started yet. I stole the idea of this is kind of an aside. Jim Cornette, a legendary wrestling manager. Sometimes on his podcast, he plays a game similar to this. He calls it Guess the Program, where his co-host reads him a program from one of the old territories back in the 50s and 60s. Incredible. And he has to guess the territory and the year that it took place. And they're remarkably close.
That is
That'd
terrible.
be tough.
Cyril, I always
So-
forget how much you love wrestling, and I keep seeing you tweeting about stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, I forgot how much Cyril loves wrestling. I've got to get him on a wrestling. Like I've done podcasts about wrestling like a million times. WWE, Bryce. I'm sorry. This
Oh,
is,
I know.
we're not.
I got that point.
I'm a huge fan, though I did stop watching for about 10 years between when I went off to college and just recently when Roman Reigns had his leukemia diagnosis and the rise of Becky Lynch. Like Becky Lynch is what got me back into wrestling. So I missed the entire, a lot of the Ruthless Aggression era, a lot of the 2010s.
Yeah, I stopped watching about that time too.
Yeah,
I wish I could say
at some point it was, I was in college and I couldn't really go down to the lounge and like, oh, let's watch wrestling. Oh, why are those ladies tearing their clothes off of each other? Like,
no, that's
probably give me a bad reputation.
There's something to that,
Mojo Drew's all I got.
All right. Well, Bryce, can you steal?
So this would have been after before Blake Bortles. I'm pretty positive. Who was the one right before Bortles? Bortles led him to a playoff game in 2012. It might have been we'll go Bortles. We'll guess Bortles. That's my best guess.
That is incorrect. The quarterback was actually David Garrard. Garrard.
Yep.
Oh man.
He was the one right before or not Stephen McNair, Brian Leftwich. He's one right after Brian Leftwich.
Right after Byron Leftwich, yeah.
That's who I think.
Leftwich people thought he was going to be a star.
He came up backup for for the Steelers after he left there, and that's when they got Garrard. Like big body, same exact build, pretty much.
The only person
I always
that's
like Byron
probably
Leftwich,
recognizable. Go ahead.
I always like Byron Leftwich, but he just never kind of never made that leap. Yeah.
If you watch his mechanic throwing the ball, he was taking a windmill throw every single time.
And it's those subtle things that just kill you.
The little
things.
Yep. Always the little things, right? The only other recognizable player from this team, I think, would be Mercedes Lewis at tight end. But other than that, I mean, you got Sims Walker at wide receiver and Mike Thomas, but that's a tough one.
I wouldn't have got either of those two.
Is Mercedes Lewis still in the league? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel
like he was in there 20 years at that point.
Let's see.
He was one who I was expecting to play until he was like 60.
He's a free agent, so he's still available if anybody's looking.
There's hope, Send him to the Jets. The Jets are collecting old, washed up.
They are. I.e. Aaron Rodgers. Let's see what happens.
Let's talk about that for a second. You've probably seen my posts about about getting Lamar.
Yes, I'd rather. If I was them, I don't know why anyone wouldn't want Lamar Jackson.
I don't understand how nobody's offering anything.
To be fair, I think the Steelers probably should send him out of there too. They should probably just say what the heck and go for it.
If I was anybody, why would you not even just reach out and be like, "Hey, we'll offer you this"?
Just give them something. They just don't want to. They just don't want to set the precedent, I guess.
Yep.
I think if it's not a spoken agreement by the owners, it's an unspoken one that they don't want to hand out $200 million guaranteed contracts anymore.
It's that, and they don't want to see it turn into what the NBA has, where you have a lot of players dictating everything.
Yeah,
the owners and managers still want to have the power, and that's what's happening right here.
Yep.
The thing is, like, the NFL's never been a star-driven league. It's there's a couple of players who have had some significant power, but NFL not for long. There's everybody's replaceable. You saw what happened with Ray Rice. Ray Rice was a star in the league, had the awful incident, and no redemption story for him because we could replace you with second round pick who's going to give us maybe 75% of the value but 0% of the headache.
Yep.
And pay you less money.
Yep. Very
Yeah.
true.
I'm shocked that maybe not because it's the Browns, but that Deshaun Watson got what he got. Because
I can't even imagine.
Fantastic player, but Cleveland, maybe they could deal with that PR because they're Cleveland, and in 2 years it'll all blow over.
At that point, how do you give that kind of money to somebody who hasn't played in 2 years?
Right.
That too.
Like it'd be like you see him still top level game, and he's carrying the Texans to playoffs. Okay, you might be able to have a conversation, but with the PR attached, not knowing what he actually is going to give you, that's a whole lot of money for a real big risk.
Yeah.
Yep.
The quarterback market has always been really out of whack because it's a matter of, for the teams, who else better are you going to get?
Right.
That's why Stafford got the contracts he did with the Lions for so long, because there's not going to be a better quarterback than Stafford out there. I mean, we see what he's done since he's left there, so that's an indictment on the organization that they couldn't win with that squad that they had. Wasting the best years of the entirety of Megatron's career.
Absolutely.
I mean, Megatron, Sanders, and Stafford, 3 future Hall of Famers.
Even Stafford, I always thought was an underrated talent.
And it was those 3 right there could be Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but you have the quarterback kind of tiers. You have the top tier quarterbacks that are going to get ludicrous contracts regardless. You have kind of like the mid tiers who are going to win you some games, lose you some games. They'll probably get a few million per year, decent contracts, and stick around for a long time. And then you have the ones who everybody knows they're just playing up the string, waiting for the team to miss on the next draft pick.
Yep. All right, we ready for the next one?
Let's go.
Let's see what we get. The next one we are in, the year is also 2010, and we are in again the AFC.
Titans.
It is the Titans. That is correct. Pass or play, Bryce?
I'm going to play because I only know one person on the team, so that's going to be Vince Young, a quarterback.
Vince Young, a quarterback, would be correct.
And after that, running back that year, I'm never going to be able to tell you. I'm not going to be able to tell you anything else.
All right. See, for the steal, 2 points available.
Vince at quarterback is the one I had too. Let's see, 2010 Titans. A two-lane wide receiver I'm not going to get. I feel like the running back is somebody who I should know.
Yes, 1,000%. Some might even say 2,000%.
Yeah, he had the 2,000-yard season.
Yep. Oh, wow. Am I kicking myself now before that? That's his 40 time.
Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson is correct at running back. So that is 2 points going over to Sorrell. Congratulations. Actually, let's see. Yeah, 2 points, I think. All right, so the other players on the team, from Rutgers, Kenny Britt. Tulane would have been Nate Washington, and then you got the offensive line. Well, the tight end would have been...
Kenny Britt was a solid player.
Craig Stevens or Bo Scaife at tight end.
Washington wasn't bad either.
He was solid.
Yeah.
He was consistent, at least. He was there he was there for a long time with the Titans. All right, moving right along. Let's see how you do on the next one. 2020 NFC.
49ers.
It is not the 49ers.
Oh.
I know why you went there, but it's 2020.
2020.
Any other guesses?
The Utah Utes quarterback is throwing me for a loop.
That might be the one thing to get you there, actually.
That's what I feel it should be the one to get me there, but I can't think of a single Utah Ute quarterback. Memphis Tiger, like the Memphis.
See, what got you to the 49ers?
It was the quarterback. I'm not going to be able to name him, but he.
This was his resurgence, the quarterback, until he got injured.
Oh, okay. Now it's the Redskins.
It is the Washington football team.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh, 2020.
The Washington football team, Commanders, whatever.
Oh
The
yeah,
Commanders.
yeah.
At this point in
Whatever.
2020 would have been the football team.
Would have been.
Yes.
So, quarterback's going to be Alex Smith.
That is correct.
Yeah. That's what brought me to the 49ers.
Mhm. That's what I thought got you to the 49ers.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the resurgent part, I wouldn't have got anything else. Gibbs is the running back.
Gibbs is
Gibson.
Gibson. This is the running back.
Yeah,
Yep.
Gibson. Oh, wide receivers, 2020. You would have. Ohio State, Alabama. Why am I blanking on you names? What tight end is blonde hair? Yeah, I'm not going to get the names. So you can pull it up driver's license. Would never get to tell you their names. I can picture them. But, so I'm going to pass it on over.
All right, we got 3 points available.
You figure I would follow the Washington team being in DC, but
It's easily
everyone around here is Dallas fans. So
I think the nameable player left is the wide receiver from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. Still there.
Still there. Yep. Still the number one wide
Yep.
receiver.
Yep. Crap.
yeah, that's the thing. I still don't follow the Washington team. That's I used to like listen to them on the radio, and their radio announcers were the most sounded the most like old men sitting in their basement just complaining about the referees. So I'm not gonna get it.
That sounds about right. The team or the player that you're missing there at wide receiver would be Scary Terry McLaurin.
Yep. I tried trading for him.
I always do.
He's reliable.
He is. He is indeed. And he's fast. He's very fast. All right. Let's see how we do on the next one. We are going to the year 2019, the conference NFC.
Now we're looking at. I'm going back to the Vikings.
This is the Vikings.
Yes.
That is correct.
Quarterback Kirk Cousins, running back Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen on the one side. Oh, he's on the Ravens now, at tight end, or he got traded to the Ravens not long after this. I think this would have been your miracle year. Thielen and Diggs.
You have 5 points. You have 5 so far.
Tight end.
Missing your tight end and the offensive line.
He was. I want to say his name started with an O. That's going to be the killer one here.
For me, the only nameable player on this team other than the ones that you've named.
Yeah. He was good too. Big body. I want to say Animal down the middle. I'm never going to get the name. Girl, you got it?
A tight end from Notre Dame. I hope Coop's not watching. He would be kicking me right now. He's a Notre Dame fan.
Good too.
No.
The player would be Kyle Rudolph. All right. We're going to keep it going. We got a couple more left.
I feel like I'm about to get mercy ruled here.
Sometime soon. It'll come sometime. It's looking like a Jets game, though. 29-6 is looking about right.
Yeah. Yeah, except instead of kicking 2 field goals, we scored a touchdown, but then fumbled away to extra point, and Bryce ran it back.
That is definitely possible. That's definitely sounds about
somehow a pit opened up in the middle of the field and swallowed up all of our water bottles.
That's so funny. All right, let's see how we do. We're staying in the NFC. We're going to the year 2016.
You and I running back.
Is it bad that I know the center of all this, but I don't know the team?
I think that shows your devotion to Penn State football more than anything.
Well, there's only been 1 or 2 real good centers that came out of Penn State, so that's the only reason why I know him.
The surprise would be someone from James Madison going to start in the NFL also. That's a surprise.
James Madison's always a tough AA Division I school. They're always in a running to win one. The Pitt one on the other side confuses me.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. We got Pitt, and you've got Pitt State. So the red Pitt is Pitt State, which is
interesting.
I didn't even know it's a fit. I don't know how you. I didn't even know how you get Pittsburgh State, because Pittsburgh is not a state. So
yeah,
it's the most. The most Pittsburgh thing I've ever heard would be Pittsburgh State something.
I feel like isn't Pitt State out of Kansas or something like that?
I have no idea. I wish I could tell you. I'll look it up while you guys are thinking. Pitt State. Yes, it is Pittsburgh, Kansas. Interesting. What a random fact.
Half a football team was
like half this team's like no-name colleges.
Yes. Well, the one I don't even remember what the horse, the left tackle.
Yeah, who's that left tackle?
Horstra or something, I'm guessing.
Hofstra, maybe?
No.
Let's see.
Hofstra.
He went to Hillsdale College. Hillsdale, which is a Division II liberal arts college.
Just like the college transfer team.
This is the Key and Peele sketch. You just see these random names and random colleges. It's a school in Michigan, Hillsdale College.
The Senior Bowl or something like that.
The quarterback and the wide receiver are the two that you should absolutely know. I will give you the division. It is the NFC West.
So it's the Cardinals.
It is the Cardinals.
Now I'm second guessing my center name. So the quarterback's going to be Carson Palmer.
Yes, sir.
The receiver from Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania is Larry Fitzgerald.
That is also correct.
Tight running back in that year would have been. Hanushka not Hanushka. It's not Hanushka. It's Steve. How do you say his last name? I'm blanking on for a Penn State center. Is my guess. It's Hanushkin. Something like. Why am I blanking on how I pronounce his name? Yeah, I'm going to pass off on that one.
All All right, 3 points available on the board.
I feel like I would know that tight end too if he named him.
Yeah, I think he's nameable.
He is. Running back is too, and for some reason I can't think of him.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. The other wide receiver from Pitt State is not a big name. He's probably number 2 or number 3 receiver. Kind of fast.
Yeah.
Let's see. The tight end played almost his entire career with the Cardinals. Actually shared some time with Carson Palmer's former team. Looks like they might have played together for a little bit there.
No, I'm not going to get this one.
All right. That would be the tight end was Jermaine Gresham.
Yep, they would never have ever got that.
And the other wide receiver from Pitt State would be John Brown.
How do you say that center's name?
The center? Well, the center of this season that it gave me is A.Q. Shipley.
That's right. Shipley's okay.
What about that running back?
David Johnson from UNI.
Because he ended up going to the Texans after. They traded, they gave, hand and a leg for him.
Yep. All right.
John Brown.
This is your
Great
chance.
abolitionist, John Brown. I don't know how he was as a...
Agreed. All right, this is it. We got the final 3. All right. Let's just see how we do. We'll just see what happens. The next team, 2014 AFC.
Denver Broncos.
That is correct. It is the Denver Broncos.
That was the Manning at quarterback.
Yes.
Big guy at receiver.
Yep.
Demaryius Thomas.
2 big wide receivers. Yes.
Other guy.
Very nameable wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Played for your Jets.
Did.
Brandon Marshall.
Nope. The other one. Oh, I lied. He did not. He did not play for the Jets. He did not. I could have sworn he played for the Jets for a season, but he did not.
That's
lied
what
to
he
you.
did as well.
He played for the Steelers.
Yep. No, he didn't play for the Jets. He went down south after.
Yeah, he did a stint in 3 different teams after he left the Broncos.
He did play in your division.
Wow. I really thought he didn't play for. I don't know why I thought he played for the Jets. I could have sworn at least a season. Now my brain's doesn't know what's going on.
He did play in New York though.
Yes, he did play for a New York team.
Yep, he did play in New York.
That means this is the Bills, because
that's correct. That's also
stadium
correct.
in the state. Washington, they play in Maryland, and
Yep.
The Patriots play somewhere out in the middle
of nowhere.
Yep. Take a break.
Emmanuel Sanders is the other receiver.
It is.
And I don't remember running back.
Running back will be a tough one here. C.J. Anderson was the running back.
Wasn't he the one that had a...
See, I always associate Emmanuel Sanders with the Steelers.
he won his Super Bowl with the Broncos because he didn't like being second fiddle to Antonio Brown.
Seemed to work for him after that.
Yeah, he has a Super Bowl ring. Brown doesn't. No, Brown does.
He does. I think he's got one.
He was a number 2 receiver, though. That's the thing.
Yep.
All right, the second to last one. These last two are kind of tough, so my apologies in advance. We're sticking in the AFC here. The year is 2011.
The Dragons.
Yeah, it's the Lane College Dragons. A halfway decent player. He wasn't terrific.
A Virginia quarterback.
That's the one.
Yeah. 2011 Virginia quarterback.
Was supposed to be huge, I think. Let's see when he got drafted. Oh no, he's 3rd round draft pick. He's from Westchester, PA. 3rd round draft pick of the 2004 NFL draft. He did not get drafted by this team. He was drafted by the Falcons.
That's not gonna help me anymore. Falcon draft pick. No name receivers.
Probably the only really good player from this team would be the running back. So we're at AFC South is the division.
Now I'm trying to remember which teams were in the AFC South.
Well, I can remember that. It doesn't help me any if I'm going to try and name any. So I'll go. I'm guessing it's the Dolphins.
That's not. That's the AFC. That's the AFC East.
Oh, East. Yeah. Why I say wouldn't be.
The AFC South is the Jaguars, Colts, Titans, and Texans.
Has to be the Texans.
It is the Texans.
Oh no! That's not who I thought it was going to be. Maybe. I'll play.
Okay.
Quarterback is Carr.
It is not.
No, Arian Foster's running back.
That is correct.
The other, I don't know. You're saying that it's the only nameable player within the running back. That's not what I thought.
They're nameable. It's just the best
Andre
player
Johnson's
on
the one receiver.
Andre Johnson was not yet there.
No.
Johnson wasn't there.
Wasn't Carr, because I remember Carr handing the ball to Foster.
Or maybe this was the year that he was injured. 2011. Yeah, he must have been injured this year.
He must have been out that year.
Why Andre Johnson wouldn't be listed in this list is astounding to me.
Yeah, because I feel like Johnson should be on that team. Unless he retired or something before that.
He suffered.
He was definitely around.
He suffered an injury in week 4 and didn't play again. He missed 9 games.
Well, go ahead and try and steal.
So Andre Johnson would be on this team.
Johnson and Carr should
be here.
Yeah.
Carr, however, was not the quarterback. It was probably the only other quarterback that anybody could ever name from the Texans.
Besides Watson.
Besides that one. I forget about him.
I think that's better off.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to get it. It's another one where when you name the quarterback, I'll probably
yeah.
But I have no chance at either of the wide receivers.
The quarterback here is Matt Schaub.
Matt Schaub.
Oh,
Oh,
Schaub.
yeah.
And then wide
Drafted by
receivers.
the Patriots, right?
Yeah. Or the Falcons. And then
Falcons.
ended
Yeah,
up
he played
elsewhere.
for the Patriots for
Right.
a little bit.
So then the wide receiver from Lane College was Jacoby Jones.
Good player.
And Kevin Walter is the other wide receiver that's listed here. And then at tight end, Owen Daniels.
Owen Daniels is another
Daniels
name that I
might be-
seem to remember.
Yep.
Yeah, he was solid.
Alrighty, the 15th and
Yeah.
final question. Final team. Here we go. 2018 NFC. This is a tricky one.
Like Georgia Southern running back. Interesting.
Yeah, that one's out there a little bit.
Figured I'd give you a tough one for the last question.
Let's see, 2018. Trying to figure out the college there for the quarterback because it looks like.
It is the NFC West Division.
One I blank on it. NFC, the Hawks.
The quarterback is a tricky one because he was undrafted.
The Niners.
It is the Niners.
Undrafted quarterback.
I'm probably not going to be able to name any of these.
No.
Yeah, this one is tough.
I probably couldn't name a single person on here.
The
Quarterback.
could.
Quarterback might be Kaepernick.
No.
It'd have been a year after Kaepernick then.
Kaepernick played until 2016.
16 to 2 years. Ooh.
This quarterback started 8 games as a rookie for the Niners.
An undrafted rookie starting.
That's impressive.
Some injuries I think happened that year.
Yeah.
And I'm getting Deebo Samuel on that list. My second guess.
Nope, not yet. Not yet.
Well, Kittle wasn't a tight end.
Kittle is the tight end from
Really?
Iowa. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I guess he was from Iowa. That's what. Yeah, so Kittle. I remember the Texas receiver or running back.
The running back also played for the Bears. The wide receiver played for, I want to say, the Washington football team. Well, its predecessor, but I don't use that name. So the Washington football team. I want to say he also played for the Colts, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. It's
Yep. Played for the Colts, played for Washington, played for the Niners. Very, very, very fast.
Yeah, he played. He wore. I think he wore the number 18 for the Colts.
Looks like he was number 85 for the Colts.
Oh, I'm not even thinking the right guy. I'm passing. See.
And the other wide receiver is probably nameable. The Texas guy, he's probably nameable. Played for. Let's see, I think he still plays for them actually. Oh, he plays for the Seahawks now, but he's bounced around a lot. Started his career in Buffalo, then went to the Niners, was supposed to be an Eagle, but was injured when we signed him. Played for the Bears, played for the Seahawks. And
No, I'm not gonna get this either.
I think he played for. Did the running back not play for the Bears? Or was it just was it the Giants? Niners, Dolphins, Bills, Giants. Apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So we're looking at Nick Mullins at quarterback, Matt Breida at running back. If I would have thrown the fullback in here, Juszczyk, just because everyone knows Juszczyk from the 49ers, and then Garcon would be the wide receiver, as well as Marquise Goodwin, the only other player on that team.
I think Pierre Garcon is the only name that I recognize.
Yes.
The rest is who's who of who.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
This is an epic beatdown, Bryce.
It's a good one. It's fun.
It was tough. It was
Yeah.
The first time I've ever done it. It was interesting just to see how it went. So
it's like one of those. This is a fun game. This is a lot of fun.
I'm definitely going to study up if I ever do it again.
Yeah.
Figure out
I feel like this is one of those like anime beatdowns where the main character comes in cocky and just gets wrecked and then goes off to it for a year to train. So,
but we'll make sure. Yeah. So the initial goal, I was trying to stack out the panel and just be able to really do it Family Feud style and see how many people have a team that could help you out. But it ended up falling through. But the next time, I'll definitely make sure that we have some more people and do it. Just have a good time. But thank you, Bryce and Terrell, for joining. I hope you had a good time. Congratulations to Bryce for the win. This has been another episode of Come On, Son. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining. Follow us on all of our socials at the Culture Corner Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as well as anywhere that digital podcasts can be found. So check us out. Let us know how we're doing. See how many players you could name from these teams. Let us know how you did in the comments. This has been another episode of Come On, Son. Peace out, everybody.